Isn't this beautiful? At first, I thought my grandfather made a bad choice. And grandfathers or our grandmothers always right? I should have learned better, right? Anyways, thank you very much. But do you want this? I see a lot of hands up. So it means that if I decide to sell this today, I'm going to be very rich. But if I told you that it was because of the resilience and adaptation of the spider that allowed my forefathers to craft this beautiful cloth, kente, would you believe me? Well, from where I come from, the spider is very, very wise. Has anyone heard of Anansi the spider before? Okay, then I don't need to explain myself a lot. All right. So I'm going to go right into it. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning to everyone from around the world. My name once again is Gilbert, Owusu-Afriyie, and it's a beautiful pleasure to be here today. As the quote by Glenda Klaus says, change is inevitable, growth is intentional. This simple yet profound quote recalls the mangrove trees resiliently standing at the edge of the sea, swaying and dancing to the song humming from the deep bellows of the shores. Despite the salty water and shifting sands, they don't merely just survive, but thrive beautifully. So today, in our discussion or in our talk, resilience, lessons in nature, resilience and adaptation, we're going to explore how nature's incredible resilience and adaptation can be a guiding light for our own lives. One, understanding resilience in nature. Dr. Miles Monroe, does anyone know him?
Oh, yes.
May his soul rest in peace.
Amen.
Once said, the greatest tragedy of life is not death, but a life without a purpose. And this echoes profoundly in the realm of nature, where resilience is not just a trait, but a relentless pursuit of purpose. Now I want you to consider the remarkable journey of salmon. I'm pretty sure everyone eats salmon here. But did you know that they are anadromous beings? They begin their life in fresh water, venture into the vast ocean, and then, against all odds, return to their birthplace to spawn. This cycle, driven by an unyielding biological imperative, is a true testament of nature's resilience. Like the urban foxes, adapting remarkably to the finesse of city life, salmon embodies the spirit of overcoming daunting challenges. Their journey resonates with the human experience, reminiscent of a newborn adapting to the new world outside the womb. Resilience, whether in salmon braving currents to reach their spawning grounds, or in humans rising from deep falls, stems from an innate drive to reach their spawning grounds. Adapt, drive, or survive, and fulfill a purpose. As Monroe implied, life's true essence often reveals itself when we embrace our struggles, learn from our faults, and use those lessons to propel us forward. 2. Now let's draw some parallels to human resilience. Zig Ziglar, another mentor of mine. All my mentors are, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. He said, it's not how far you fall, but how high you bounce that count. And this is true for the urban fox and the human being, you and I. We are constantly riddled with both personal and professional challenges, which eventually or ultimately becomes a test of our own resilience. It's about bouncing back from adversity and learning to navigate the complexities of our own urban jungles. Like the fox, we must be resilient. We must be versatile, adapting to changing circumstances with both grace and tenacity. 3. The role of adaptation in survival. The voice of Bruce Lee timelessly echoes, once again, another mentor of mine. I'm pretty sure everyone is aware of Bruce Lee, isn't it? Timelessly echoes. You must be shapeless, formless, like water. When water flows, it adapts to the space that it occupies. So much like a chameleon altering its color to conform to its environment by camouflage, or birds changing their migratory paths in response to climate. In our lives too, adaptability is the key to not just thriving, but surviving amidst the relentless tides of change. The world shifts rapidly around us. Let's look at technology. Look at society. Again, values, norms, and we must flow and adapt with these changes. Ladies and gentlemen, 4. Applying lessons of adaptations to personal growth. I promise you, this mentor is still alive. And his name is Les Brown. And he said, you are never too old to set another goal or dream a new dream. Adaptation and resilience are about constantly setting new goals and embracing change as a catalyst for growth. Like nature that adapts and evolves, we too must embrace lifelong learning and flexibility. It's about developing a mindset that embraces change, not as a threat, I promise you, but as the fertile ground for new dreams and goals. It's about opening yourself up to the winds of change and trusting that even this breeze, no matter how strong, will lead you to where you should be, closer and in alignment to your goals. Finally, but not least, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished listeners, villagers, the caption here is what? Shibocun. I want to welcome you to close your eyes with me. Not for long, I promise. And envision the extraordinary journey of a single sperm. I know, right? All the kids should close their ears. This microscopic voyager, I'm a biologist, we are in a biology class right now. This microscopic voyager, one among millions, embarks on what may be the most perilous and remarkable quest in nature. It faces a gauntlet of obstacles, from acidic environments to a labyrinth of channels. not to mention the fierce competition from its counterparts. Yet, it perseveres, propelled by an innate drive to reach and fertilize the egg. Now you may open your eyes. I will finish by saying this. Let the mangrove trees, the newborn, and mentioning of a newborn, my son is somewhere in the crowd. Yeah. The salmon, the foxes, the chameleons, the sperms inspire us to face life challenges with resilience and adapt change. As we leave here today, let's carry their spirit in our hearts and in our minds. As we leave here today, I want you to always remember this. You are that sperm, one way or the other. In fact, a winning sperm. Let that sink in for a second. Anywhere you find yourself and you want to give up, just remember the resilience and adaptation of the sperm. 谢谢大家。